Hello everyone, this is Serious Trivia. Now today is the 4-year anniversary of the channel, and I have a few announcements to make. First, starting today, channel memberships will return. While I have used channel memberships before to exploit a YouTube promotion, which many of you participated in, this time they're going to be here to stay, as I plan to slowly shift away from using Patreon. And the main reason for this change is because I can offer some unique benefits to those who support me financially with YouTube memberships compared to Patreon, which is why I rarely ever promoted my Patreon here on the channel, since I simply had nothing to offer in return for my Patreon supporters. Yet despite this, many of you still have supported me through the years on that platform, and for that I'm forever grateful. But now with YouTube membership, I can finally return the favor by providing benefits from small things like channel exclusive emojis, to use for comments, to member exclusive videos covering historical or gaming topics determined by member exclusive polls, to even potentially co-op opportunities with me. In short, channel membership is coming back for good, and for those who are capable and interested in supporting me and the channel financially, definitely check it out. And for those who are already supporting me on Patreon, please consider switching over to YouTube membership so that you can enjoy the new benefits as well. Now moving on to the second announcement, I have below a list of 21 Let's Talk Lore series that I plan to cover during the channel's 5th year. Now there might be a few additional character-based series that will be added to the lists, but for the most part, these 21 series will complete the history of the Three Kingdom era. Afterwards, the Let's Talk Lore series will shift to the spring-autumn period, as I plan to continue my coverage of Chinese history here on the channel. Lastly, this list is sorted by factions and does not indicate when series will come to the channel. For now, the next series will be Kongrong and the 7 Talents of Jian'an, which will be next week, followed by Sima Yi's Rise, which will take us through Sima Yi's early life and service under Cao Cao, Cao Pi, and Cao Rui, and end with his appointment as the co-regent with Cao Shuang. Beyond these two, the schedule for all the other series are still to be decided. Now, aside from historical videos, the channel is still going to be mostly about gaming, and for the third announcement, I want to provide some outlook for games that I plan on covering for the rest of the year. First and foremost, Total War 3 Kingdoms will continue to be the mainstay here on the channel, as I want to finish up at least one campaign with every faction in the game. So far, we're missing Tao Qian, who will be our next campaign. Then beyond that, we have only Mu Lu and Lady Zhurong of the Nan tribes, as well as Zhang Bao, Zhang Liang, and Gong Du of the Yellow Turbans. Of course, popular factions that I've played before will also be revisited with new house rules and mods to help spice things up. As for other Total War titles, I'm sure many of you have already seen the recent leak, but since I'm part of CA's content creator program, I will not be commenting farther on that. Rest assured, when the time is right, I will definitely be covering the next historical title. As for Warhammer 3, the next DLC will feature Cathay, as I very much expect the Monkey King to become a legendary lord, and I will definitely jump back in once that DLC is officially announced. Now, aside from Total War titles, there are also many games that I have covered in the past that are set to receive new DLCs this year. First is the political narrative simulation game, Suzerain, which is set to get a new DLC later this summer, where you can play as the monarch of the Kingdom of Rizia. This is one of my favorite games that I played back in 2021, and the only regret I have about it is how much I wish I could erase my memory to play it again for the first time. Now with this DLC, I finally can, as we can play a completely different character in the game. Second on the list is Wolong, which is set to receive a few DLCs later this year. Although the content is probably not going to be massive, the game has been surprisingly enjoyable, despite the fact that I usually don't play Soul-like games, and I look forward to seeing how they will continue the story going forward. Third on the list is Crusader Kings 3, which got a massive DLC in Tours and Tournament, and I very much want to make a heavily edited narrative series for the game in the future, so keep your eyes out for that. Lastly, Cyberpunk 2077 had made a major resurgence in the past year, and sometime later this year, its first major DLC, titled Phantom Liberty, will be released. Now, I played the game on launch with a complete playthrough here on the channel, and was a bit underwhelmed by the game, but given all the improvements since then, I'm open to give the game another shot when this new DLC launches later this year. Now, aside from these blasts from the past, there will also be a few new games and other returning titles that will be coming to the channel, but at this point, I still haven't made up my mind. So why don't you all help me decide by commenting down below the games you want to see me play the most here on the channel. And at the end here, I just want to say thank you to everyone who watches my videos, for without your support, your comments, your subscriptions, your likes, I can't imagine seeing myself here on YouTube these past 4 years. So thank you again. And as always, I will see you all next time. Bye.